Hey folks, your OS Reviews. You're watching our video first look and a quick review of the Willnorn SoundPlus. This is a stereo Bluetooth speaker which was just released a few days ago actually on Amazon. It sells for about 35 bucks, which is competitive with the current offering. It's fairly compact. Also includes NFC Onboard, which is quite useful for tap-to pairing. So if your phone or tablet has this function, it makes it just a bit simpler than just using it traditional Bluetooth pairing modes. Otherwise, it has a 24-hour playtime, so the battery is quite long. Uses 5 watts of dual driver, so there's two 5-watt speakers on here for that stereo sound, and this is what the packaging looks like. If we slide things out, it uses a simple micro USB cable to charge, and it takes about 3 hours to completely charge the speaker, which is pretty good. It's also fairly compact and has a pretty attractive design, although it's also quietly attractive, I'd say. The aforementioned cables are here. There's also a auxiliary cable, so plugging into an audio source such as an iPod if you don't want to use stereo wireless Bluetooth. There's also the aforementioned user manual, pretty well documented, tells you the various functions and features, and the micro USB charging cable. So taking a quick look at the design of the SoundPlus speaker first, we have the company's logo, Willnorn, stamped onto the front. It is made out of aluminum on all of the sides, in addition to soft touch rubber on the top and also the bottom. So it does have a pretty solid overall build. It's also very compact for a stereo Bluetooth speaker. Next to a phone, this has a roughly 5-inch display. You can see here that it is quite easy to take with you when you're traveling. The top features access to dedicated logos and LED lights for the power status, for the Bluetooth pairing mode, NFC, so tap to pair there. Also icons for skipping tracks and changing the volume on the top, and also play pause. This also dubs as an answer reject call key, and you can use this as a speakerphone when paired with an Android or an iOS device. There is a noise isolating mic for you to make conference calls, and it works even under noisier environments. Below here, there's access to a flap that allows you to plug in the optional auxiliary port, as well as the 3.5mm headphone jack. There's also the micro USB for power, and also a micro SD card slot. If you have it loaded with music ready, you can use this as a pseudo MP3 player, and it's going to play back your music directly from the TF card. The bottom features access to 6 rubber feet, which prevents this from sliding around on a surface or a desk. So all in all, a pretty attractive design. Also comes in a number of different colors, which the company will be rolling out soon. For now, you can only get it in this kind of black and white iteration. So next, we're going to do a quick sample of the audio quality by pairing it up using Bluetooth. So we're going to tap on the pairing mode for a few seconds and continuously pressing on this key for a few seconds more. We can see that the light will start to flash, and that means we are ready to pair. So we're not going to use Bluetooth, we're not going to use the NFC right away, but we're just going to use the stereo Bluetooth. And if we try to scan it for what's around us, there is the SoundPlus, so pretty quick and easy. Again, with any iOS or Android device, it's going to work. And we're now going to do a quick audio test. So it seems like from a quick sample audio clip being played back here that the sound quality is quite loud as well as rich sounding. It doesn't pack as much as a punch in the lower frequencies, which is to say it doesn't have as loud as a bass as I kind of expected it to. I don't think there's actually a passive radiator or a subwoofer built onto this speaker, which might be the reason for that. With that being said, most electronic music and pop music I think will play back just fine. Again, it does have a pretty loud volume for the small stature of the speaker as a whole. So a good option if you're taking it with you when traveling, a good option as a party speaker. Perhaps it's not completely element resistant, it's not waterproof, so you can't just dump it in water. But again, most of the flaps are covered up by protective rubber, so it is a bit more durable than your average speaker as well. So it's nice, it's pretty nice to see. So all in all, the audio quality here is nice and clean. Again, it's pretty loud and really does create a very three-dimensional sound. So especially if you're playing back, let's say, a thriller movie or some kind of film that has a dynamic soundtrack, you get to experience that with this stereo speaker. Not the most audiophile grade speaker we've seen, nor is it the best Bluetooth speaker, but again, at this price point, I think it's an attractive overall option. Otherwise, if we turn the volume all the way down and kind of pause the music here, we can see that there's actually no distortion or static as well. So it is a pretty good, overall audio quality you get from this Bluetooth speaker. Of course, if you want the best audio experience, I would still recommend plugging in a pair of 3.5mm jacks, because that can get you a slightly superior sound in general compared to wireless Bluetooth. But all in all, a pretty solid attempt, especially for a first Bluetooth speaker by this company. You can check out more details about this in our official written review, but for now, this has been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. This has been the Willnorn SoundPlus Stereo Bluetooth.